Hello guys, good to see you. I'm just gonna push a button so I can see all of you all at once. Shoo! Boom! Awesome. If your camera's up, I can see you. Otherwise, you're still welcome to join us and watch and join in. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, and let's get this party started. So first of all, make sure you're on safe floor, and then we can begin. So everyone, take your right hand. Oh, yeah. If you have a stick, actually, can you put your stick to the side? I don't want anyone to step on it or anything like that. So just put it out of the way. We won't need it for a couple minutes. Good. So now take your right hand. Your right hand represents power. Good. Take your left hand, which represents your wisdom, cover your power, and bow. Awesome, guys. And let's start class. Shaking out your hands. Good. Shaking out your hands back and forward. Awesome. Good. Shaking out your elbows. Shaking out your shoulders. Shaking out your hips, which are these things. Your waist. Yeah, shaking out your hips. Good. Shaking out your knees. Good. Now shake out all of those. Good. Awesome. Okay, and now let's start with some jumping jacks. Now, just so you know, jumping jacks were actually invented by a guy named Jack LaLanne about like 70 years ago. And he was awesome. He lived to be almost 100 years old. Good. So now let's do some really cool jumping jacks. So when you jump out, come out like this. And then when you come in, you cross your arms across your legs. Boom. Then when you come out again, and you go back in, you cross the other way. Boom. 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 Yeah. Feel the groove. You can be like, whoa. Good. Okay, now let's try something pretty crazy. Okay, so you cross your arms, cross your feet. And then from here, you spin, but untwist your legs. Then you jump out, in, spin again. Oh, spin, 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 spin. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Okay, and run in the spot. Run in the spot. Run faster. Run faster. Start to warm it up. Good. Imagine you're being chased by like a giant piece of fruit with eyes. Ah! Ah! It's getting closer. We have to run faster. Ah! Good. Get your knees higher as you run. Good. Swing those arms. Ah! Good. Great job. Awesome. And now let's come down into crab walk position. Good. So we're in crab walk position. Now this is normal crab walk position. But see how my butt's kind of low? I don't get the same strength here. So I want to lift my butt up so my belly's going up to the sky. Good. And now try some crab walking. So walk around. Like you were a little crab. Now, in my last class, someone invented a new move called crab hopping. So just give this one a try. From here, you mean your crab position, you can try and hop. Yeah. 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 Kind of cool. Okay. Now, this gets a little bit fancy. Try and lift one leg. Boom. From crab position. Good. And leg down. Try and lift one arm. Good. And arm down. Keep your butt up though. You want to see how high you can keep your belly up while you do this. Good. And lift an arm and switch. 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 Good. Now, this gets really fancy. Lift an arm and a leg. Whoa. Good. And switch. Other arm and leg. Whoa. Good. Now let's try something really, really fancy. So watching closely from here. I lift my arm and my leg. My arm reaches over and across my body. My leg goes down. And now I'm in bear crawl position. Oh, how did that happen? Let's try it again. We're going to crab. From crab walk position. One hand comes up and across my body. The opposite leg tucks down. Nice, and I'm in bear crawl. Good job. Now run around like a bear. Bear. Brr. Brr. Good, and from here, lift a leg. Whoa. Good, lift the other leg. Whoa. Good, lift one arm. Good, lift both arms. Ah. I'm joking. You can't really do that one. Unless you have the world's strongest toes. Okay, good job, guys. Nice work at that. Good, and from here we can come to our butts. Good, so sitting on your butt, hug your knees. Good, give your knees some love. Awesome. And now rock and roll. So rolling back and forward from your toes to your back. Don't let your head touch the ground. Good. Now you can actually try and roll in a circle. So every time you turn a little bit with each roll, try and do a big circle while you roll. Good. If you make it, then you can try to go the other way back. Wah! 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 Almost there. Yeah. This actually feels really good on my back. Awesome, guys. Good. Now from here, let's try a back break fall. So remember how this works. I'm going to roll back. I'm going to slap my arms. My head stays off the ground. I tuck my chin, and my legs go up. Boom. Like that. So back break falls, go. Practice them yourself. Boom. 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 Good job, guys. Now, coming on onto one side, one leg straight, the other knee points to the sky. Now, with one leg pointing up to the sky, pat your straight leg. Pat your straight leg. This is the side you're going to fall onto. So with one leg straight, take your arm out, put it down and slide out, boom, onto your side. Try and keep one knee pointed at the sky, and you're completely on your side. Good, and coming back up. Good, and trying that again. Pat your straight leg with that arm. That arm goes down and you slide out on your side. Woo! Good, and up. This is actually a really useful move, guys. If you're falling outside, you learn to land like this, and again, woo! You can actually use this to keep yourself from getting hurt. And again, woo! Good, and switch to the other side. So now your other knee points up, your other leg is straight, hand goes down, woo, side break fall, woo. Good, and one more time, hand goes down, side break fall, woo. Good, now from here, tuck both feet in. You want your feet in protecting you, and you can do some kicks. Boom, some big strong foot snap kicks. Boom, or some side kicks where you stomp your leg out. Boom, you can even kick with your bottom leg, boom. And you can do some point kicks. So try different kicks, powerful kicks. Yeah! Good job. And other side, so we just roll over. Other knee is up, both legs are tucked in, and do some kicks. Yeah! Yeah! Make them want to leave you alone. Someone was trying to grab you. This is actually a really good position to be in if you're on the ground. It's better to stand up, because if you stand up, you can run away. But if you're on the ground, this is a good position, because if they try and grab you, you can kick them. Yeah! Good. Nice work, guys. And last one of these, coming onto your front or onto your knees. Good. Take your arms like this. Now, this is your forearm, this part here. So we want to land on our forearms. Some people land on their wrists, but your wrists are smaller and they can bend back and get hurt. So we want to land on our forearms with this. Okay? So, not your elbows, the forearm, the whole thing. So bring your arms out, tip forward, and front break ball. Good, and come back up. Good, and tip forward, front break ball. Good, don't let your head touch the ground. Good, and up, one more time. And front break ball. Good, from here, put your hands on the ground, push up into push-up position. Good, nice and strong. And let's do 1,000,000 push-ups. Ready, set, go. 1,000,000. Good job, guys. And standing up. Great work. Okay. Well, you guys rocked that. So now, looks like we're onto a really quick warm-up of this. So V-stepping. Whoa. You guys are going to be so good at V-stepping. People are going to try and kick you. You'll be like, nice. Good. Some of those look really good. Seeing, that's like perfect. Good, Deacon. Remember, keep your hands up. Good. Remember, you're moving to the side and forward at the same time. Good. Reverse V-stepping. So now you're moving back into the side. Exact same thing, but you're moving back instead of forward. Good job, guys. Looking great. Okay, next one. Open the door. So hands are up, moving out of the way, and coming back. moving out of the way, coming back. Good, and try and do it non-stop. So you step across and out, step across and out, step across and out. Good job, guys. That's tricky, but you guys are doing really good with that. Okay, and the last one I want to do with you guys here is called a C-step. Now, I don't know if I've taught you this before. It's actually pretty fancy. So we start off right leg back. Hey! Good. From our stance, watch my feet. My back leg makes like a C shape or a curve. So it slides towards my foot, so my feet are together, and then it slides out again out here. So if you can kind of see that, it's like a backwards C shape. Makes that kind of a shape. So if I go backwards, my front leg slides towards my foot and then slides out again here. So if I'm going forwards, it's like this. Good, I'm gonna step with my other leg now. So I'm stepping forward, my legs come together, and then slide out. Good, and now I'm gonna go back. C-step, C-step, C-step. And forwards, C-step, C-step. It's just a little slide. You actually wanna stay close to the ground while you do it because it keeps you actually really well balanced even while you're doing very powerful moves. Boom, okay, good job guys. That's a fancy move, but we're gonna use it later. But you guys are ready for this. Okay, well that was great. Okay, and let's do a few of these. Okay, shake out your arms, shake out your shoulders, give yourself a hug, pat your knees. Okay, and horse stance, jumbe. Hey! Good, knees over feet, arms are up. Yeah, and now sink low. Good. In ancient China, people used to do this on like pillars, and they'd actually have to balance their lunch on their legs. And if they stood up, their lunch would fall and they wouldn't get to eat lunch. So they were really intense. We're not that intense, but see if you can get your legs flat. It's really tricky, but with practice, you get stronger and stronger. Yeah, good. And coming up, shaking those out. Woo. Good. And bow stance, jumbe. Good, so you step back with one leg, your other front knee is bent, and you punch and shout. Hey! Good. So this is called bow stance. Now you really want your front knee bent and your back leg straight and behind you. Good. And switch, other side. Hey! Good. And switch. Hey! Good. Nice job, guys. And last one of these, high back stance. High back stance, we do a foot check. Our foot comes up and slaps our leg. Our arms go back. And then we step far back. And then our arms come down and we kind of bend our back leg. Hey, good. So give that a try all together. Come forward, shake it out. And high back stance, jumbe. Hey. There we go. Good, and one more time. You don't have to master this today, but it's looking pretty good. Okay, one more time. So right leg back, jumbe. Arms and leg come up. Step back and down. Hey. Good. A lot of times we'll use this before we do really fancy dives and stuff. Oh, Joshua, that's looking really good. Nice work. But it actually has a lot of really cool things it teaches us and helps us do. Nice work for those guys. Okay, so now we're gonna move on. Do a little bit more of this and that, and then we'll be ready for the thing. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so just quick review. Cross palm blocks. Good, cross palm blocks. Good, and brush blocks. Make sure you're turning your body with these. If you're just moving your arms, it's not gonna be very strong. You want your body to push each of your blocks, and you want your one hand always up by your face. Those looking really good, guys. Reverse brush blocks. Push away your fart. Yeah, really turn your body as you push away the fart. Good. Now, wing cover. This one's fancy. Wing cover. One hand comes up, grabs the back of your head, and then you wrap your arm to your face. Boom, and this is wing cover. It's like a shield protecting you from any shot coming on this side. Good, wing cover. And switch, wing cover. Good, switch, wing cover. Wing cover, wing cover. Wing cover, keep one hand up, wing cover, wing cover. Nice, good job with that. Okay, I'll teach you this one because it's fun. Elbow cover. So elbow cover, tuck one hand to the side and bend my body, making a shield on this side. Good, elbow cover, other side. Good, switch, and switch, 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 switch. Good job, guys. This is looking awesome, Elliot. Good job. Okay, and now our last one of these is called a high rising block. So take your, or a roof, no, it's called a high rising block. So take your arm and you're gonna bring it over your head like a roof. This is if someone's hitting down at you. And you're making a slide so that their hit hits your arm and slides all the way down and off to the side. Boom, good. So that's a high rising block. Make sure your arm is over your head though. I see a few be like this. This won't help you. It has to be over your head, but if it's bent, this won't help you either. So make sure your arm is up and slanted. Good. And switch. Hoo-yah! And switch. Hoo-yah! And switch. Hoo-yah! Good. Nice. And this is called a high rising block. We're going to use this later when we get to our sticks. Boom. Boom. Nice. Good job, guys. You're doing great with that. Okay. Well, I think it is time. Wow. We're going through. Wow. Time's flying so fast. Okay. Now you can grab a stick. So if you have your stick or your spatula or your giant spoon or whatever it is you have, grab it and hustle back. Nice, Silas. That's so epic. Okay. So grab your sword or your stick and let's do this. Okay. With your sword or stick. Okay. We're going to learn some of the basics of how to wield these. This works for stick. This works for sword. This works for all sorts of things. So first thing, take your sword in your dominant hand, preferably your right hand, but take it in your strongest hand. Good. Make sure that side leg is in front. Good. So whatever arm has a stick, that side of leg is in front. Good. And now we are going to do, actually, let's try this. Figure 8. So just give this a try to start. Some of you already got this. This just takes practice. Once you get it, it's kind of easy. Until you get it, you're like, what's going on? All you're doing is basically drawing a sideways 8. So my sword comes down and makes a circle, and then it comes back, it comes down and makes a circle, and I'm just doing a figure 8. Good. And now we're going to make an X. This is the first part of the 9-angle stick and knife. All sword hits use one of these 9 angles. So the first 4 angles make an X. So get ready. Your sword is up. You're in a good stance. And angle 1, we cut downwards to the side. Hoo-yah! Good. Nice. Then angle 2, we turn our stick over and we cut right back up the same way we came. Bam! Good. 1 down to the side. Good. 2 is back up. Hoo-yah! 1 down, 2 up. 1 down, 2 up. Good. Now 3, we drop our hand down to start. Now from this side, we cut up and across our bodies. Boom, like that. Good. And then for 4, we turn it over and we cut down. Boom. Good. So 3, boom. 4, boom. 3, boom. 4, boom. Good. Now, if you did all that right, you're making a big X with those 4. So you're making an X shape with those 4 hits. Let's try all 4 together. Get ready. And 1, down and across. 2, right back up. Bam. 3, drop your hand and cut up. Boom. And 4, turn your hand over and cut down. Boom. Good. And now 5, stab them in the belly. Hoo-yah! Good. So let's do all 5 of those all together. Nice job, guys. Okay. So all 5. Get ready. 1. Bam. 2. Coming back up. 3. Drop your swords and hit up from the side. And 4. Cut right back down. And 5. Stab. Hoo-yah! Good job, guys. Now, wow, we could do this for like way longer, but we're almost out of time. I think, guys, I'm going to change up my plan a bit and just teach you a little bit more stick. And we're not going to do some of the other things because, you know, time is just fine. We're having a good time with this. So this is called blocking. If someone goes to hit us with our stick, we want to be able to block. So if someone's hitting straight down at us, remember that high rising block we just did with our arm? Boom. We can kind of do that with our stick. So we take our stick and we put it over our head. Boom. So it slants this way. So you want it to slant across your head so that their hit hits the stick and slides down. That's actually really good. You guys got this. Nice. Good. So this is how we block someone coming from above. We can even add a V-step. So we're like, bam, and we block. Good. If someone's trying to hit us from the side, we can actually do something called a rolling block. So you take your stick and you go to the side, bam, and you block the side, bam. And if they're coming from the other side, you can go, bam, and block on the other side. So let's try blocking shots from the side. Boom, boom. Good. But now let's say they're hitting really low. Maybe I'm going to do something really fancy. Maybe someone's going to swing at my feet, and I'm going to be like, whee-ah! I'm going to jump over their sword and hit them. That would be amazing. But generally, if someone's swinging at our feet, we actually want to block it by bringing our sword low and across. Now, some people do it like this. Some people do it like this. It kind of depends. But you want to bring your sword low into the side, and then low into the other side, boom. Low into the side, boom. Low into the side, boom. And you're almost hitting nice and low to the side. And that's how we can block shots that are coming down our legs. Good. And the last one, let's say someone's trying to stab me in the belly, and their sword's coming to my belly, and I'm like, oh no, not my belly, ah! What I do is I take my sword, and I bring it across my body, like that. And that's how I block shots to my belly. Wham! Good. So now I'm going to attack you. So get ready. I'm going to swing at you guys and poke you guys, and see if you can remember what blocks to use. Just do your best with this. Good luck. So first, I'm going to hit down. Try and remember what block to do. The most important thing is to bring your stick over your head so it's getting in the way of the hit. Good. Bam. Good. Pretty good. Okay. Now I'm swinging at your head from the side. Remember your rolling block. So bring your sword to the side. Wham. Good. So you guys want to be like, you guys want to be blocking. You're like, wah, blocking it. Good. So here I come. I swing. You block. Bam. Good, Silas. Nice. And I'm swinging the other side. So block the other way. Boom. Good job, guys. Swinging down again. Block it. Block it. Good. And now I'm swinging at your feet. Now you can either block it low, or you can jump over and hit me. Wah! Bam. Good hits. Let's try that one again. And here it goes. Wah! Bam. Awesome. Next time we play Beat the Child with a Stick, if you guys have a stick yourself, I'm in trouble. Because now you guys know how to do all these blocks and stuff. Same one, if I go to stab you, so remember now, you cut across. Boom, like that. So you bring your sword across, blocking the thing from hitting your belly. Good job, guys. You rocked that. Now, I can't believe it, but that's all our time for martial art class today. So take your sword quickly, put it safely to the side, and then hustle back from Mokdo. The sword's away. Pshoo! Nice and fast, guys. Great work. Wow, today's class went so fast. Okay, and standing strong. Good. And following me. Sure. Chariot. Kanye. Ki. Good. And Mokdo Jambi. Gently, softly kneeling down. Good. Hands on your lap. Spine tall. Mokdo Shishak. Eyes closed. Breathe. Mokdo Baro. Eyes open, standing up. Good job, guys. And show. Chariot. Kanye. Ki. Awesome, guys. And hands to heart. Awesome, guys. And wishing love and happiness to me and the rest of our whole class today. Namaste. Cool. And to your family and loved ones, wherever they are, wishing them love and happiness. Namaste. Awesome, guys. Good job. Okay, now we have a little bit of time for this, so I want to tell you guys an ancient story. Now, this story is literally hundreds of years old. This story is actually about 180 years old, but it's based on an old story, which is kind of cool. This story is called The Emperor's New Clothes. Now, a long time ago, in an ancient land or a distant land, there was a kingdom. And in the kingdom, there was a king. And this king liked to wear fancy clothes. He was like, you know, I'm a king, I work hard, I should wear the fanciest clothes. So he'd use a lot of the kingdom's money to buy big robes with like fur and like have jewels on the robes. And he was always trying to get fancier clothes to show off his clothes. He'd go to parties and be like, everybody, look at my new clothes. And everyone would be like, oh, emperor, or oh, king, your clothes are pretty nice. But they were also like, we want food. So, you know, the king's priorities were a little bit off. But that being said, some people were very sneaky and they thought, this king really likes fancy clothes and he likes to show them off. So some sneaky people came up to the king and they said, oh, king, we have the fanciest cloth you've ever seen. This cloth is magical. And if we make clothes out of this cloth, you'll have the most cool clothes in the whole world. And the king was like, wow, show me this cloth. And these two tricky guys reached into their bag and they pulled out the cloth. And they're like, look, your highness, look at this amazing cloth. And the king was like, inside, he's like, I don't see anything. But he didn't say that out loud. And the magician said, this cloth is magic. It can only be seen by people who are smart or doing a good job at their work. So if you can't see it, it means that you're not smart, and it means that you're not doing a good job at your work. So, you know, this way, if we make you clothes out of this cloth, then anyone who can't see your clothes, you'll be able to figure out they're not good at their job, and you can fire them. And you'll be able to figure out they aren't smart, and so you don't need to listen to them. And the king was like, oh no, this is bad. I can't see the clothes. This must mean I'm not smart. This must mean I'm not good for this job. Oh no, I can't let anyone know this. So he started to pretend. He's like, oh, that's very nice cloth. I would love to have you make something out of this cloth. So why don't you make me my fanciest clothes ever? But he couldn't actually see the cloth. So these two tricky guys got together and they started to take a needle and they started to sew and they started to do all these things. And they worked and they worked. But whenever anyone looked at them, they couldn't see the cloth. But they didn't want to say that. So like, for example, the emperor would ask his advisor, what do you think about my fancy new robe that they're making? Now the advisor worked for the king. So he didn't want to tell the king, well, I can't see it, which means I'm not smart and not good, doing a good job, because he thought he'd get in trouble. So he said, oh, it's the most beautiful cloth I've ever seen. You know, all the colors, it looks so soft. It's going to be the most amazing thing I've ever seen, Your Highness. Now, every person who told this to the king made the king even more upset, because the king's like, everyone can see it but me. Why can everyone see it but me? And all the advisors were hearing that everyone else was seeing it except them. So they're like, why can everyone else see it but me? And everyone's getting stressed and nervous because they can't actually see this cloth. And finally, the robe was finished. And the two sneaky guys came up and they said, well, Your Highness, you'll just pay us the money now. The king gave them a bunch of gold. They snuck away. But before they snuck away, they helped the king get dressed. So they took this robe and they put it on him. And they said, feel how soft it is. You can barely feel it at all. And the king's like, you're right. I can barely feel it at all. But his robe was ready and he was committed. He paid money for this. Everyone told him how nice it was. So he decided to go out and go on a parade. And so the king started going on this parade throughout the kingdom, and all the land came out to see the king's fantastic new robe. And he's going through the land and he's like on a horse and everyone's like cheering as they come. But as they get closer, they stop cheering and everyone's standing there quietly. And they're like, oh no, I can't see the king's clothes. And everyone knows that it's magic and that if you're not smart, you can't see his clothes. So no one wanted to say they couldn't see it, but everyone started to be like, uh-oh, I guess this means I'm not smart. And everyone started to worry. And the king's going through and everyone's like politely clapping, but everyone's just seeing this naked king on a horse going through town and everyone's watching him and no one can see his clothes. So he looks naked to all of them with his like belly hanging out and his legs and he's like going along on his horse. And then all of a sudden, there's just one person who cries out. There's a little boy and this little boy says, but the king isn't wearing any clothes. And all of a sudden, because one person was willing to speak the truth, everyone's like, you're right. I don't think the king is wearing any clothes. And everyone realized all at the same time that the king was actually naked and sitting on the horse. And the king was like, oh no, I guess no one can see this either. And then the king realized that he was naked on this horse. And he's just like trying to finish riding the parade so he can go back to his castle and put on clothes. But this is a really good story for us because a lot of times we think everybody else knows what they're doing. We think everyone else maybe thinks something or something like that. But a lot of times when we're honest and we speak our truth, we can actually realize that there's something maybe that we didn't all, maybe we knew it in our hearts, but we weren't speaking it out loud. So this gives us a chance to learn how to be honest and also kind of not scared of the truth. Because if people think that, if people are worried about what people will think, then maybe we'll all end up, pointing at this guy and saying, what nice clothes, even though he's naked, right? So if we get in the habit of just being honest, it's a really cool thing. Anyway, sorry, Instructor Eric, I know I went a couple minutes over. It's a longer story, but it's done now. Class, great job today. It was really good seeing you. I'm going to go work on the Kingdom of Allegoria right now, actually. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye, everybody.